These are Higo No Kami knives. These are traditional Japanese friction folders. I've got one here with a folded steel handle and one with a brass handle. It's folded around the knife. And friction folder means that the friction in the pivot is what holds the knife open or closed. It doesn't have a locking mechanism. It does, however, have a place where you can put your thumb that will hold the knife open uh, with some pressure on the back of the blade there, so that it doesn't close easily on your hand while you're working. Um, these are, um, as you say, traditional, meaning they've been around for a while. The Higo no Kami uh, design of pocket knife dates back to the late 19th century. That'd be the late 1800s in Japan. They were utility knives that were used for all kinds of things, but one of the things that they were used for is sharpening pencils. A lot of Japanese school children uh, old enough to handle a knife um, would have these as part of their school supplies and use it to sharpen their pencil. Um, or so I've heard. Um, the steel on these is a laminated steel, so it's you can see the laminate lines here where the different kinds of steel are sandwiched together. We've got a central core of harder steel that'll hold an edge longer, and then we've got more pliable steels on the outside of the sandwich. Um, and that means it's going to have pretty good performance. It's ground like a Scandinavian grind. There's no secondary bevel, so keeping these sharp on a strop should be pretty straightforward. Um, they are not stainless steel. They are high carbon steel, so they will rust. The handles on the steel one are blued to help prevent rusting. The brass will pick up a patina pretty easily and can look pretty aged after just a little bit of use. Some people really like that, so that they have a new knife, but it's sort of an old-fashioned design, and it looks like it's been around for 100 years or more because it's got all kinds of patina developed on the handles. They come in various sizes. I've got two different sizes here. There is a larger one that's almost 4 inches of blade length. And they're inexpensive. Higo no Kami knives are usually around 20 bucks in that ballpark. Um, a lot of people like them. I can understand why a lot of people like them. Um, but you know, they are foregoing many of the conveniences and features of a modern knife. And there are a few designers who have thought that they really like the aesthetic of the Higo no Kami, the brass handle, the uh, reverse tanto blade profile, uh, the little bit of belly, um, the slenderness. There are people who really like the aesthetic of the Higo, um, but who want to give it some modern features, like say a locking mechanism or a pocket clip. And one of those designers is Kansei Matsuno, who has released some knives under his own brand, um, but is now doing collaborations with Böker Plus. And here is an example of that. Um, so what we've got here is a knife that has the same blade profile, right? Reverse tanto, It's got the belly of this larger one here. It's got a brass handle, but it has a thumb stud for one-handed deployment. It has a liner lock for safety, and it has a pocket clip. I also like that the cutout here for the thumb stud kind of mirrors the cutout that we see in the traditional Kansei Matsuno. I mean, sorry, in the Higo No Kami handle, right? Which I heard somewhere that the profile of that cutout looks a little bit like the profile of Mount Fuji. I suppose I can see that. So what we've got in this case with this Böker Plus is VG10 steel. It's not laminated, it's just VG10. It's got Kansei written on it here in English, or transliterated to our alphabet. Yeah, it's lightweight, it's small, it's just about a 3-inch blade. Deploys. Oops, got my own way there. Deploys pretty snappy. I believe it's on ball bearings. And the MSRP on these is about $127. So quite a bit more expensive than a traditional Higo No Kami. But you're also getting all those modern features, including adjustability. The pivot in the traditional ones is riveted, and so it's not adjustable at all. You get, in terms of blade centering, you get what you get, right? And so this one you can see is wanting to come to this side a little bit. It's not too bad. It's not rubbing, but some of them do rub against the inside of the handle, which is going to leave scuffs. And they also, some of them contact the edge contacts the fold in the back, which is going to dull the blade. This one I don't think does. You can hear it scraping against the handle there a little bit as I'm deploying it. But yeah, with this modern design, you can adjust the pivot. You can disassemble this knife. The pocket clip is only one position, right? Which is for tip up right side carry, just the way I would like it. And I just cleaned this up, but the brass on this will pick up a patina pretty easily as well. So if you like the sort of grimy look of patinaed brass, that's what you'll have here after carrying this around for a little while and handling it. I think it's a pretty cool knife. I believe these are probably made in China, but VG10 is a Japanese steel, so the steel is made in Japan, and Kansei Matsuno is, I believe, a Japanese designer. All right, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks very much.